Hi everybody, it's Natalie here, and today we're going to do a celebrity reading. This one is a requested reading through Etsy, so if you didn't know with my readings, you can book them through Etsy, not just personal readings, but I have a celebrity reading option, and that's just so that I get to your reading first as prioritized, and you're also, helping me to continue make these readings. As you know, currently things are a bit crazy in the world, so my readings have been a bit slower than normal, but they're still going out there. So just know that if you are booking a reading right now, it might be a little bit slower, but it is going to get done. I haven't forgotten about you guys. There is just a lot of other things that we're changes just like everyone else that we're figuring out. And during times like this, if you are an empath, you're going to get really tired really quickly. So it's important to also have that time to rest while still continuing to do readings and doing all the, dealing with everything else that comes up. So that's just a little bit of an update. So this reading is, I guess, brought to you by Sarah, who purchased a celebrity reading on my Etsy store, so we are going to get straight to it. Also, a benefit of doing that is you kind of get to ask whatever questions. It doesn't guarantee I'm going to answer all of them, especially in a public video, but as long as you consider whatever answers or possibilities may not come out exactly like you want, that does happen in readings. So I have no control over the actual, response. I'm going to read the energy as it is currently, knowing that energy is fluid and things can change. We have our own free will, so that's why when we get a reading and we're like, oh, that's not really what I thought was going to happen, it's like, well, maybe this is going to give you some time to pause, think, okay, what do I need to change that's going to help shift this energy? Do I need to be more positive? You would be surprised how much that changes and influences things, literally your mindset. But yeah, so I guess some of you may have needed to hear that today, since I've gone on a bit of a tangent. I'm just shuffling the cards. I have the Manga tarot here. And this is BTS. Whoops. Come back. Cards going everywhere today. TaeKook reading, so it is a ship reading. If you guys do not like ship readings, exit now. Again, I'm just going to see what I see in the current energy, so let's just have a look at that. So if you are curious about a particular ship, is that what they're called? That's what I just called it, so I think that's the name. But it's like how people think, oh, this person and this person would be really good together, and they kind of want them to be in a relationship and are asking if they are, is there anything there? So if you're curious about that and you're wanting to book a reading about that, just keep in mind, I'm only going to tell you what I really see. So if you're okay with me possibly saying this isn't a thing, or they don't get along at all, or whatever the worst case scenario is for you, you need to keep that in mind. Alright, but that's why I don't usually recommend booking it. It just depends, like, are you just doing it out of curiosity, or is it something that you have your heart set on, Okay. So, I've been shuffling all this time. I'll let you know the questions. Basically, we've got their names, their date of births. What's their relationship like now? How do they feel about each other? So, this is a really good question to ask. Let me just make sure we've cleared this deck. What's their relationship like? Oops, and then that will be our theme. My goodness. How do they feel about each other? So we'll put Tae on this side, Jungkook on this side. theme card in the middle. Alright. Oops. Where am I going to pop these? There. Okay. So, first part of the question up here, which was, what's their relationship like? And then this is how they feel about each other. So, straight away, 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords. Roman numerals. I know I'm terrible at them. I have to, count. Anyway, this is about feeling like you're stuck. However, with this card, means that, like I said at the beginning, when you have a change of perspective, possibly it's just being more optimistic about things. The things that this person is tied up in or caught up in, this is representing them. It's something that you can step out of. You know, you're surrounded by swords, which is usually people's thoughts and opinions, or your own, mental, having conflicting ideas, feeling trapped by what you perceive to be the situation. However, you can physically step out of that with this energy. So this just indicates that, you can take the blindfold off and you can step out of it, but currently they're sitting in the energy of being stuck. So this could be our change in perspective that needs to happen between them, but they just feel a bit stuck, stagnant, trapped in this situation. Not uncommon for idols to feel that way. We have basically an abundance of dreams, ideas. So they definitely have a lot of... Am I going to sneeze? Remember how I said in another reading that this reminds me of G-Dragon every time I see this? So I wonder if he's someone that they look up to, like a mutual fandom that they have of someone else, do you know what I mean? For some reason that card always reminds me of that. But anyway, there's a lot of shared dreams, hopes and ideas here, which is something that connects them together. They also bring each other out of their comfort zone a little bit here in how their relationship is. So there's a little bit of, I feel like one person teasing the other and then the other one giving back the same energy. And then at the end, which some of you may have noticed, our tower energy, which is usually a big catastrophic event. So that would indicate maybe a massive argument, a massive misunderstanding, and this could be connected to the Hermit in reverse, meaning that someone accidentally pushes the other one a bit too far. Possibly Jungkook's on this side here, so it could possibly be him pushing I was going to say TaeKook, but that's the ship name. Taehyung. I'll just call him Tae. You know what I'm talking about. Tae over here. Possibly, considering. And there is two of them here. So either it's going to be caused by this friendly kind of... It's just kind of something that friends do. You might prank someone and then they'll prank you back. I don't really think it's pranks, but more just pushing each other's buttons or inside jokes. But for some reason, both of them, because there is two people here that seem to have a issue, and the tower is a very positive thing in the sense that there is a sudden change or upheaval, but it wakes you up. So if there has been something that is not good for you, like a really bad foundation to something, perhaps their relationship didn't start off on the right foot, but really this is getting to that core issue, breaking it down and giving you the ability to rebuild. So that could be our trapped energy coming in here. It's like this is kind of the path we have to take. So we'll have a little look into that. Where are my cards? Over here. Just a little bit of a look into where this is going. Okay, to a new beginning. We've got the Fool, so this is great. News. Justice means that, if you have any legal issues or, issues in general, justice will be served and it's upright, which means it'd be in their favor. So that's good. So this could be a shared experience. definitely something that's put them outside of their comfort zone and something that they permanently walk away from here. So this is permanently walking away because it's our Eight of Cups and going on a new journey towards the Fool. So this is definitely an awakening and a transformational period that they seem to be sharing together. Justice is upright, which is a good thing. The Sun, which is expansion and growth. There's our Fire Lady. The Queen of Wands. I don't think it's representing that same Fire Lady from other readings. Let me tell you, this is reading quite differently because this is a change in perspective. This is like a reignition of love and of basically passion. This could even be representing one of them. This is, warmth, someone who's very determined, someone who's loving, who's very caring, but very, very passionate. Someone who, our Wands is usually the very sexy person, So I feel like the Sun can also represent children. So this could be, let's have a look. Coins, money. No, it's definitely connected to career here. So this could be like creating a new baby, as in, see, this kind of looks like a coin, the Sun in this deck. It could just be the birth of something new for them. So I don't know if they're going to have some side ventures. It could be two separate things, one each, but yet they're supporting each other in that. But they're definitely, this isn't like an ending of a career tower moment that I'm seeing. Alright, so whatever foundations were no good, I don't know if that's bad contracts with somebody that needs to be fixed, that will be fixed in their favour. Justice upright, meaning very good for them. The Fool, a new beginning, and it also means starting something completely new that you have no experience in. So that's why, this could be like a start of a business. Someone could be going into, I don't know, clothes manufacturing or acting if they've never done that before. Or even though acting it does go side by side with a lot of idol stuff. I do feel like there is some sort of other business attribute coming. Ace of Coins means a new job. The Star reverse means you're doing something more behind the scenes. That's why I was like, maybe you're creating something, like a clothing line. You're in the, the behind the scenes stuff. It can still be connected to music. Our Star does. In one of my other decks, she's a musical character. So that's why sometimes I see her and I go, oh, music, right? So it could be, producing and that, but this is also taking less money and being willing to take less money because it's in a new opportunity for them. This could be speaking more to one of them than the other, but I can't really discern which is which here because I asked about both of them. Knight of Cups. What have we got? We've got a Capricorn and a Virgo. Being more vulnerable with our Strength card in reverse. This is a good thing. Learning when to take your armor off and when to share things. And we've got another Dream card here. And that means there's going to be a lot of options for them. I do feel like learning to be vulnerable, but this could be speaking out of turn a little bit as well. So that would be something to be mindful of, is our Knight of Cups here is letting your emotions kind of get the best of you in a situation, and this could signal being emotionally overwhelmed, but then also having the ability to be vulnerable and sharing that. So this could definitely be between each other here, because not on the internet, definitely more in person, things slowing down. And then this is kind of like being comfortable just sitting where you are for a moment. So there may be a period of time where they're not so active, where they're kind of happy with what they've got. Sometimes it comes up as a warning, like don't be complacent, but for them I just feel like, oh, okay, I need this time to slow everything down, get a bit of perspective here on what happened. Now, going into this, how long is this video? Okay. Trying to keep track of things with my new setup. This was, and I've got the question up here so that I don't forget. Because usually with me it's information in one ear out the other and I'm like, okay, what question am I up to? Help. But that's why it helps to either print the thing out or I have a monitor over, which you can't see, but it's over that side. So I can have a look. Which has been very helpful, let me tell you. So this was the relationship, and then we kind of are going into a bit of the future stuff of what's coming up. Bit of a roller coaster, I have to say. But there's a lot of major arcana here, so soul essence, things that are supposed to happen, things being deconstructed, reconstructed, and finding a new place, which is good. You know, for their overall growth going into the future, doing some more behind the scenes stuff, which I don't know if we're going to see any of that. I'm not seeing new things coming out from that particular side thing just yet, but I see the works going into it, which is good. So it may be like a year or two before that even really comes out. The other question was how they feel about each other. Jungkook's over here. As long as I remember that, I'm fine. Although you guys would correct me anyway. Try to put these up somewhere where you can see it. Alright, so a bit messy, but we've got King of Wands in reverse. Okay. That's a bit hot-headed, a little bit disconnected. The Emperor in reverse, that's also not the best. It just means being a bit of a control freak, being like more excessively in control than you need to be, having a little bit of lack of discipline, or being extremely rigid as well. So I do feel like there's very strong stubborn energy coming from Jungkook. So if Tae has said or done anything that he feels like you should apologize for it, he's not going to back down from that. We also have that he also stopping. So this is like really fast, things going woo really fast, but at the moment it's reversed. So there's obviously, I did say an apology, so maybe there has been a bit of poking the bear a bit too much, you know, on a sensitive issue, and he's pretty much standing his ground and saying, look, you know, this is more of an ego pride thing as well. But it's definitely, especially with this card, he's just going to stay there until he gets the apology. There is Queen of Cups in the middle, which is, you know, the mother figure. So they look after each other, which is good to see. She is pretty much someone who's very compassionate. They care about each other's emotions. This is a stable sort of emotional stability card, and it's also about intuition connection. So they do have a close relationship here with that strong emotional bond. They kind of try to look after one another, and maybe sometimes, you know, one person's picking on him and then he picks on Tae, kind of thing. But really they're looking out for each other, so it is good to see that. Now, on Tae's side, we've got the World, which is about cycles. It is definitely about accomplishment. So he's focused on a goal, definitely. And we have 10 of Wands here. And this is about letting go of the burden. It's like there are certain things that he's needing to let go in order to have an accomplishment, you know, with their relationship. And our Knight of Coins here. So we've got basically earth and fire energy. Regardless of their signs, this seems to be where they're sitting currently energetically. We have our... See, this is a knight and this is a king. This indicates more of the younger energy, even though I believe Jungkook's younger. Am I right? Am I getting this wrong? No, I think... Pretty sure he's younger. Anyway, mentally and emotionally, he's actually being more dominant in the relationship, okay? So whether it's friendship or whatever, their relationship together does seem to be an emotional connection, which is good. So they are genuine friends, which is nice to see. Tae comes across as being the more mature one between the two, regardless of age. Now, also, our Knight is about offering things. So he's constantly wanting to, you know, fix things and be more practical about stuff as well. So that's, again, with this is like a motherly energy, how they maybe baby each other a little bit sometimes. But Jungkook, again, right now, he's very stubborn. He's like, I know I deserve an apology, or I'm not going to do something. Again, I feel like it's more an apology for something. I don't know why. Maybe we can pull some other cards for that. But, yeah, let's see. This is the Alice in Wonderland deck. Where's the box? Whoops. Sorry. Alice Wonderland deck. Discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity. Okay. He wants to know more of whatever this opportunity is. Interesting. Failing, or falling. The unknown. Yeah, so things are changing. He's just being more stubborn, wanting to stay with things that are familiar. Alright? Whereas Tae, on the other hand, is with the Knight presenting a new idea. See how he's holding an opportunity? He's like holding a coin that he's like, hey, this is something, and it's probably something that he may continuously bring up. That could be that ace of coins that he's got in his hand, that he wants to act on, whereas Jungkook's a bit more stubborn in this situation. But ultimately together, the theme is the Queen of Cups energy for their relationship. We also have, for Tae, we've got Following the White Rabbit. So again, we both have two curious cards. These people are extremely curious about the world, trying new things. Okay, you can kind of see it. So Following the White Rabbit, so curiosity meeting opportunity here. And then we've also got life is brief, mortality. This has got to do with our current life situation as well. But whether he's had a close call, Tae, in this instance, whether that's connected to what's going on currently in the world, whether this is actually a family member, friend, or someone with a different issue, but mortality seems to have been brought up for him. So he's more driven, wanting to do more things, kind of wanting to kick Jungkook into gear, being like, hey, like, this is how I see things, why can't you see this perspective? Like, we need to get a move on, you're being a bit too slow. So I just feel like at the moment they're kind of diverging in the sense of Tae's moving a bit faster in his growth than Jungkook is, and that is creating a bit of that stubbornness, that, not resentment, but kind of like when your friends maybe go off and have children, or they go and, they have a new hobby, they have a new job, or anything like that, and you kind of feel left behind. There's a bit of this energy here. Not a permanent thing, just need to play a bit of catch up. But he's Jungkook's very curious about it. Here with our discovery, inquiry, he'll be asking all sorts of questions. It's definitely about embracing your inner weirdness, your inner oddball, whatever you'd call it. And he's afraid of failure because, something is new, is unknown to him. So he's a bit concerned about that. And this could, be why he's being a bit stubborn. Like, why don't you understand the risks? But on the other hand, he's like, why don't you understand that our time's limited, that we need to go and do these things? Kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting here with Tae that he's got like a rabbit and then he's got like a skeleton. So kind of got like the newborn and then the old. A duality, sort of, like life cycles. This is a 6 card, this one, so it can be to do with family. 3 is, of course, work and money. So that would be motivations. 4 for Jungkook is about your environment. 9 is about the ending of a cycle and starting a new one. If you can hear a little, like, kind of tapping, weird noise, that's my computer. There's a fan in the top of it that keeps every now and then making that noise because it's like tapping against the edge of the whatever holds the fan in a computer case. I don't know why it's doing that when it's new. It's really frustrating. And it makes it very hard to concentrate. Let's just pull out... Let me have a look. Whoops. Where are they? Itchy nose. This is Your Heart Knows the Way. It's an indie deck. I think it's gonna come out in like bookstores. I'm not sure. I got it from Kickstarter, so we will see. I have an unboxing video or walkthrough on my channel. Did I put that up yet? It should be up. So have a look at that, and in that video description there'll be like links and stuff to the websites if you're curious about it. Not affiliated or anything, you know, just in case you want to know. So, here we go. So with our Heart Loves Knows the Way cards, basically Jungkook needs to be more open. So this is about, you know, exposing your heart, telling your truth, letting your light shine. Love lives in stillness. So the way that Tae expresses himself is more in his actions. He's not flashy or showy about things, whereas Jungkook is probably more flashy and showy about things. But he also keeps a very close guard around what he truly cares about, which is where our stubbornness comes in here. So, and it's interesting they both have like a veil or a cloth. See, Tae's is more transparent here. I know this is feminine energy in these decks, but this is more about the energy of the cards than the females in the decks. And then he's more, Jungkook more has like this royalty, like a robe almost, that velvet, red velvet kind of robe here. Kind of thought that had happened. It's like we've got the gold and then blue, and we've got the blue and then the gold. So they do tend to mirror each other a little bit, even if it's a little bit later than the other one, if you know what I mean. So in the phases, you know, and their emotions and what they're going through. So Jungkook kind of plays a little bit of catch up. Now, you can choose love. So this is about choosing to be happy, choosing love, rather than, you know, holding on to arguments and things like that. Find peace in your heart. So regardless of any situations that are out of Tae's control, he does have this way of finding inner peace. So that would also talk to spirituality. We've got the white dove here. So it's even if someone else doesn't accept your peace offering. And I don't feel like that would be the case between them. This is speaking to more that apology I was talking about before. This is like, well, you can choose to approach this from a more loving perspective instead of being so frigging stubborn. And over here we've got, well, regardless of the outcome, you know, being that you can find peace within yourself. It's like, okay, so I'm going to approach this situation, and deal with it, you know, apologize, whatever it is that needs to happen here, and be at peace with it. So I don't feel like it's anything I'm concerned about. It's probably just, you know, something that comes up between people all the time. We always have disagreements with people, especially those we're close to and spend a lot of time with. This one is surrendering to your soul. Loss makes you whole. I don't know, has Tae lost anyone recently? Is this talking to the tower moment? Is there something they're giving up? There is 3 and 3. That could be work, but also that is family, because if you add it together, that would be a 6. And there's, look, and then this robe is a mix between the two. This is red and gold. Red and gold robe. Oops, I forgot. It's on manual focus, so you're not going to be able to see it. So this is like combining together, which is what makes them whole. So like being 2 sides of a coin. When they work together is when they get the most done. And when they feel more protected, when they feel... And it's interesting, you've got the hair, but you can't see the face. So it's kind of a void almost, but there's... Limitless. That's kind of like our full card up here. Wherever he went. You know the guy. This guy. There he is. It's funny in this deck how he kind of looks like a clown. Because people will say, you're foolish. You're stupid. Why are you doing this? But, when it's your first step onto a new journey, sometimes you may look a bit foolish. But you know that you need to go in that direction. And there's no harm in trying something new, trying something different. That computer noise is going to drive me nuts. Alright, so I feel like that is pretty much all there is for this reading. I hope that it helped you guys understand a little bit about their connection together. And there was a little bit of, you know, what's coming up, what's around them at the moment. So, that was interesting. I will let you guys, no, wait, what am I saying? If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. I do have a blog. I really need to pay more attention to that. I just haven't had the time. Again, things going slower for me. I'm focusing definitely on paid readings, getting them out even if they are slower than normal. And then the blog's just kind of at a standstill, but eventually we're going to get back to it. So if you've got any additional questions, you can put them there. Not guaranteed that I'm going to answer them, but I do pick randomly and take screenshots and then, you know, put them over onto that blog page sometimes. So other than that, you can always book a reading over on Etsy. I have a lot of pick a card readings that's free on my channel, so if you are looking for guidance, then you can use those. They are a test of your own intuition as well. So doing exercises like meditation, deep breathing and that to focus yourself before doing pick a card readings can be helpful if you find that you're having difficulties with them. Yeah, I think that's all I need to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to Sarah for booking this reading, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.